Hi, my name is Penny, and my goal today is to make you a survivor. By the end of this speech, with a few sample ideals that I'm going to share with you, you will have the knowledge of basic life skills to help you succeed in today's world. Let's start our little talk together today with a story, a brief journey. Let's pretend that you're a 10-year-old boy. You have no place to live. It's been a lifetime since you left your friends and your childhood behind. Mom, Dad, your brothers and sisters and you have been on the road for months. You have only a covered wagon that your whole family lives in that protects you from the heat, the sun, the cold, and even the animals that want to make you their dinner. Food supplies running low. Dad doesn't want to stop until he finds a safe, secure place for the family. It has been raining for the last 2 days. Nothing but a muddy mess everywhere, complete downpour. And your wagon is traveling slowly down a path that no one's ever traveled before. And suddenly a tree branch catches the top of the canvas of your wagon and rips a gaping hole in it. Mother Nature has just dealt you a blow that could mean that your family isn't going to survive this trip. I bet you're wondering what the pioneers of the 1800s has to do with you and basic life skills. Well, in the 1800s, basic life skills were required. They weren't optional, they were necessary for survival. According to an article in QRCodestickers.org, 1800 schools included reading, writing, arithmetic, sewing, and reading of the Bible. And at home, you were taught cooking, sewing, animal care, gardening, building, all the skills that you needed to survive in a harsh world that they were growing up in. Nowadays, we don't need all those skills, or at least we don't think we do. It's labeled unimportant. But let me talk to you about a few of those things. Let's remember back when you were a kid and you came home from school and Mom was either cooking, or for most of you, Mom was either cooking or she had a snack prepared for you to hold you over till supper. If you grew up in a home where your basic life skills were taught, you learned to cook. You went shopping with your parents. You learned to count change. You learned that if you had enough money for hamburger or steak, you bought hamburger so that you had the extra money to buy a pair of shoes with. Those were important skills. Other things that you might have been taught were sewing, simple construction, and minor home repair. And a 2014 article entitled Up for Debate, Should Home Economics Classes Be Offered in School, shows that 42% of the students cannot iron a shirt, 44% cannot set up direct deposit, and 35% can't pay a bill. All these students are proficient in gaming and social media, but don't possess the basic life skills to survive without struggling in the world. Now let's look at a scenario where these skills might come in handy someday. You're up for the most important interview of your life. You've prepared. You've got all your paperwork submitted, your resume, the perfect suit, the perfect hairstyle. You arrive 20 minutes early and you are ready. You're walking into the office and you look down and your hem is hanging. A thread is unraveled. Everything that you've worked for hanging on a loose thread. Are you kidding me, you say to yourself? But wait, you were taught basic life skills at home. So you slip into the ladies' room, reach in your purse, and you pull out that little sewing kit that Mom gave you in your stocking for Christmas. You know, the one you thought was lame that's now going to save your life. In 2 minutes, you've got your hem repaired, you're headed up to the most important interview of your life, and your career is back on track. You were prepared. Why is it that so many of our students are so ill-prepared nowadays with basic life skills? Well, an article in whitehouse.gov shed some light onto that. 2012 research shows that 300,000 teaching jobs were eliminated since 2009. 54% increase in class size, 22% summer programs have been eliminated, and 35% of non-academic programs like shop and home ec have been eliminated. No wonder our students aren't prepared. One final bit of information I want to share with you. This is from the Fact Tank, and it's a 2014 article called Our Lives in Numbers, and it says that less than 1/2 of the U.S. students live in traditional two-parent biological families. As you can see, since 1960, this group has shrunk, and the single-parent families have grown. Now, when we were growing up, Mom taught the home ec skills, Dad taught the manhood skills. But when we look at articles like this that show that our two-parent families have disintegrated, it's real tough to know how Mom is supposed to teach the things that Dad would have taught, and Dad is supposed to teach the things that Mom would have taught. Neither one of those learned those things growing up. They learned the things that were specific to their gender. Let's wrap things up with a quick summary. We've covered statistics showing basic life skills that need to be taught in the home and the school. We've looked at how these would apply to everyday life. We've looked at some facts to help us understand why those skills are being neglected. Therefore, I feel that I have succeeded in helping you to become a survivor, to help you understand the importance of knowing basic life skills. Thank you. Oh yes, let's go back real quick and look at our family that was struggling in the 1800s. All is well. Mom and the girls repaired the canvas on the wagon. Dad and the boys went hunting and gathered food. They were all prepared to finish their trip. As the children grew up, they grew up with the ability to take care of themselves. They grew up with the ability to succeed in life because their parents taught them basic life skills. Thank you.